What is going on, everybody? My name is The Seed, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 4 of my map knowledge series. In this episode, we'll be going over some domination tips on Carbon. I'll be showing you some nice lines of sight, a couple of good starting routes, and also all of the spawn points around each of the 3 flags. So we'll go ahead and get it started with A. You can see that A has 5 spawn points, 3 of which are primary, and I have them labeled, and the other 2 are alternate spawn points. So this is the primary spawn points for A. I see people spawn here the majority of the time. And this is the second primary spawn point for A, inside of the shed I like to call it, and this is the third primary spawn point for A, outside the shed, kind of up the road a little bit. But here are your B flag spawn points. So I'm not designating kind of primary spawn points for this flag, because it all just depends on where your team and the enemy team is as to whether you spawn at any of these 4 spawn points. But kind of keep them in mind and expect people to be coming at you from these areas. Here are your C flag spawn points, and I have yet again labeled them. There are 3 primary spawn points and 2 alternate spawn points. The primary spawn point for this flag is the one inside the building. I see people spawn here the majority of the time. And the second primary spawn point is the one outside this building to the left in the little alleyway. Here is your third primary spawn point. It's the one in the corner, kind of by this big semi-truck. But I'll go ahead and get into a nice starting route right now. And this is the one coming off of the A flag. Nothing spectacular about this, guys, and I would only do it if you were playing with a full party and you kind of want to take on the Slayer role. But all you have to do is, I like to throw a Syntex on that top door just to make sure no one's going to kind of rush the catwalks. But just come right here, sit behind the barrel. Like I said, a guy came down the catwalk staircase, and you're going to have a nice little head glitch over the truck right here. You can watch the right. It's just an overall nice vantage point to be in. You're going to be able to see a lot of ways, a lot of areas from this spot. But like I said, I would only use this starting route if you want to cover your team. Here is another nice starting route coming off of the C flag, and I kind of make a mistake here. I shouldn't have helped my team actually capture C. I should have went on down to where I was actually initially going to. And this is what I like to do, just jump off the ledge here, go to the basement windows right here, and just kind of overwatch this area. Yet again, I was playing the Slayer role in this gameplay. I like to come down here and make sure the enemy team cannot get to B. Unfortunately, I made the mistake and capture C, and it gave them a chance to actually come down here and capture B. So that's my mistake in this clip. I understand it. But you can see how good of a spot this can actually be if you use it to its full potential. Here we'll go ahead and get into some nice lines of sight, and for this one, hop on top of the trash can, sprint jump over here. And you're going to have a nice little sight down the left alley, but I would move more to the right, have some cover behind the crate. You can watch the middle, you can watch the left pumping station doorway, and you're going to have a nice little overwatch of B from the side of the map. The main line of sight, though, is you can hop up here. Most people tend to sit right out in the open, kind of in crouch. You don't really have that much cover there. They don't know about this little ledge. Actually, if you move over to the left here, you can actually jump on this little ledge. You're going to have a nice little view of the left street. People can barely see you there. If people are coming up the south factory staircase, you're going to have a nice little vantage point of them right here. It's a perfect little spot looking through the doorway. Lay down right here, and they're not going to be expecting you. You're going to have some semi-decent reaction times in order to actually kill people here. But even if you don't kill them, you're going to injure the hell out of them. So just keep shooting. I actually fell a few times in this clip, and that's mainly me just being slow. But here's a nice little vantage point over the B flag, kind of from the middle of the map. You can watch the top doorway, you can watch the bottom doorway, and you can also watch the basement windows. So kind of keep these spots in mind, guys. People do not expect you to be here, but that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. And let me know if you like the new way that I actually did this one. I did a little bit differently, but I'll see you guys later.